Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 43. Watch the slant. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, it'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give him 6 yards in the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. McFarland. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got a man open. It's Ross. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check, 43.
On 1st down, McFarland. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You can't block me. Hey, motion backfield. Kill.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We own them. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Caught by Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Darnold now to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. These two teams all tied after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go, son. Hey, man, 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. And what's that? And what's the ball? Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, McFarland. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a return will stop right around the 25. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check, 43. Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 2nd down, McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Balaj. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here goes that. March 43. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. On the run, it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Still's the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking that time for Stills. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things
and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And Stills bringing it in. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's going to be caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
36, 36. Out, 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 out. Red 80.
So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now Darnold. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. McFarland. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. A little juke. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Okafor. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
43 is the max. Come on. Two times. Three down.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check your hot read.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, McFarland. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, McFarland. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
43 is the max.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. trying to get it that time to Stills. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
All day, baby, all day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They come out here in the eye. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now he's at that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now back to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stills the intended target. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run on first down. McFarland, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. A big offensive explosion helped lead